I got another confession to make.
Aww. 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 Why am I bringing up a news story roughly 2 weeks old? Well, it turns out that said news about Foo Fighters is going to affect the band for sure. As of writing and recording this, Foo Fighters have made an announcement saying that they have canceled their headlining performance at Soundside Music Festival, which was going to be their final performance of 2024. Let's go back a bit for those who are unaware, and what better way to do that than what I did with my two co-hosts on the podcast who did not know the news. Rowan, you might be aware of this if you've been paying attention today. Alex, you have been traveling, you might not be. So, we have some congratulations. Dave Grohl is gonna have another baby.
So Dave Grohl's gonna be a daddy. Okay,
again.
But what is the
baby number 4? Isn't that exciting, Alex?
Hey, but what's coming after that? What happened?
Turns out he admitted today that he cheated on his wife and had a baby out of wedlock. Good guy Grohl did a bad guy thing.
You made me so happy. I didn't know this either.
That broke today. Oh, you didn't know this either? Yeah, that broke like this afternoon. No. He came up and made the announcement himself. The memes have already started. To quote many of them, I've got another confession to make.
Okay.
One of the comments on the Instagram post for Jesse Lee, there goes my hero.
Good. Oh.
So, good guy Grohl, it turns out, did cheat on his wife of many years and now has a new child he wants to be there for. This was admitted by Dave Grohl publicly with the following statement. I've recently become the father of a new baby daughter, born outside of my marriage. I plan to be a loving and supportive parent to her. I love my wife and my children, and I am doing everything I can to regain their trust and earn their forgiveness. We're grateful for your consideration toward all the children involved as we move forward together. I normally stay out of the drama side of news stories for these main videos on the channel, but now that the festivals and other pending plans for Foo Fighters are on indefinite hiatus, it's definitely bigger than a drama story, but rather an abrupt halt to one of the biggest rock bands in the world. It was a few years ago that I made a video listing off 10 reasons why Dave Grohl is awesome. His charity work, all his musical contributions, standing up for people at shows, as well as helping other musicians. All of that is not taken away as descriptions of Dave Grohl. However, that list of reasons why he is awesome doesn't allow for a man to cheat on his wife and family. That is a rotten thing to do, obviously. That last line of Dave's statement saying, as we move forward together, hits a little hard now as Foo Fighters maybe going away for a bit. Rewind a few years when Foo Fighters were already in a miserable position after the passing of Taylor Hawkins, who was truly a one-of-a-kind talent, and then less than a year later losing his mother, who Dave was very close to. After all that turbulence and tumultuous time the group experienced, they got together and wrote one of the best Foo Fighters albums ever in But Here We Are. It came out of nowhere in the best and brightest of ways. What am I getting at with all this? Well, can you imagine how good the comeback album will be after this? It's easy to feel disappointed by Dave Grohl, and I know there are many diehard fans, not just of Foo Fighters, but of Dave Grohl as a person who feel let down. I'm not one to hold him to a perfect image, and I understand people make mistakes, but cheating on your wife and family is much more than a mistake. And for those thinking that everyone is being too harsh on Grohl, think of it this way. If the news broke that a truly toxic personality like Kid Rock or Ronnie Radke, they cheated on their partner and had a baby, everyone would be calling them out on their trash behavior. No mercy. With Dave Grohl, it hurts a bit more because we didn't think he was truly capable of trash behavior. I want to add now, don't feel bad for Dave Grohl, and even though it sucks for Foo Fighters and their fans, the real victim is the baby. That little girl is going to grow up having to explain to anyone that they want to be close with as a friend or in a relationship that their dad is Dave Grohl, and then explain how they are Dave's daughter. That is rough. I know there will be someone who is going to say that the baby will be wealthy, so it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure money is not going to solve all those problems. I saw Foo Fighters last year at Riot Fest. They were great. The band turned each song into an extended jam session, and you could tell everyone on stage was loving it, especially after the rough times they had experienced the previous 2 years. If Foo Fighters canceled Soundside Music Festival, that doesn't mean they are done. I get that. And to answer the question from the video title, are the Foo Fighters done? I would predict no, not after what's happened thus far. I do think Foo Fighters will return. Eventually. How soon that happens, I don't know. Family should come first in a situation like this, and putting the band aside while Grohl tries to earn back his family's trust isn't going to be a 1 month and done process. Keep in mind, this is still good guy Grohl and not some skeezy 80s hair metal star who just threw a bunch of money at a woman who claimed to have had a rock star's baby. Dave Grohl wants to be there for his daughter, along with his current family. That's not gonna fit a lot of time for writing sessions and band practice, and especially touring. Foo Fighters the band are not hurting for money, but the crew, techs, touring groups, those people might be missing out on 2025, and that sucks. Proof that actions like these lead to far bigger consequences to those not even directly involved with said actions. So, is a song like Everlong tainted now? Maybe a little. I mean, the memes over the last 2 weeks alone proved how many lyrics fit perfectly to this situation. What's next for Foo Fighters is going to be the question for a while, however, and I'm not sure when we will get that answer. I would not expect the band to be done, but I do expect things to go quiet for a bit, and that's understandable. Cheating is a rotten thing to do, but it's also a good sign that Grohl publicly admitted to it all. I, like many, are trying to look for the thinnest silver lining in a situation like this because people care about this group. So I leave the question to you. What do you think is next for Foo Fighters? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Dave Grohl famously saying, "Promise not to stop when I say when." Well, I think he's saying when now. I know that's a rough joke, but I'm working with little to try and make something fun on a bad situation like this. It's a lot harder than I thought it would have been before making this video.